Okay, yeah. I've been living here now for 3.5 years, since May or June 2020. Before that, I lived in another apartment in between houses because, well, my children were 18. Well, the youngest was 18. Then I had to leave that house, which was still my ex-husband's house. So then I found something for 2 years, which was 7 months in the end because I could get this. Yeah, so yeah, this is the smallest place I've been living, I think, in my mature life.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you like living here?
Yeah, I do. I think the place is big enough, which I like. It's small enough. It's easy to clean. I live on my own, so that's good. I don't know if I could live here together. People do. I have a partner, but when we are here, it's very nice. I mean, it's cozy. It's more like a hotel room than. For me, it's not a place to live together. But yes, I like it. I like the environment. I like my view on the garden. It's close to the center. It's close to work. The only thing. There was the purpose of all this was that it would be like a community, and Anya would work on that. People should know each other, talk to each other. When there were problems, they would speak to each other. But when this was ready, Corona came, COVID came, so there were no meetings anymore, and nothing happened. So. Actually, still nothing happens, and Anya is not doing enough, we think, about that to make the community work. So there are 135 apartments here, I think. 40 of them were for people with psychiatric background, which works most of the time, but we've had some incidents which were really like heavy and don't really work good for the community. So yeah, I think you have that in all streets and all very parts of the city or streets. But we live together here with a lot of people on a small area, in a small area. So I think. I think there's more room for incidents. Yeah, that's what I think. But yeah, in the end, it's okay. Yeah, in the end, it's okay. But I would like to have I would like to have a separate bedroom. So yeah, that's something I'm looking for still. Okay. I will have to wait like another 12 years or more. Yeah, yeah.
You had mentioned that you're usually away for most of the day. Can you talk me through what a daily routine looks like for you?
Well, during the week, like Monday to Friday, I work. So I'm not going out too early. So I think I leave the house at between 9 and 9:30, and I come back like between 6 and 7. Well, and in between I'm not here, so yeah, I'm away for the day most of the time. Sometimes I'll take a drink after that with friends in the city, so not here in the northern part because it's a little bit separate from the rest of the city. And in the weekends, Saturday most of the time I'm home or go out to the market, do some shopping, and Sunday I see friends, something like that. So yeah. There's not, I don't meet a lot here in this apartment, and that is, I'm not a big cook, I don't like cooking so much, so I'm not inviting people a lot, and it is at the other side of the city, it's on the other side of the eye, so before I was thinking the same, like, Amsterdam North, oh that's cold, I don't want to be there. So that's a bit how it feels, I think, for most people. Yeah. Okay, that's maybe a bit too much information.
No, no, that's perfect. You had also mentioned that you're most of the time where you are sitting now. Is that where you work? Is that where you take your meals? Or
All that.
why that space in particular?
Yeah, I don't know how that works, but yeah, it started here and I still sit here. I don't know why why it's maybe to look to the garden, I don't know, with the back to the kitchen, which is not the nicest part. Probably that's why. But yes, this is my chair.
Is that also where you have your meals?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it's comfortable for you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you feel like your routine changed when you moved into this flat?
Like what do you mean by that?
Maybe you had a different dynamic when you were in your other place.
That's interesting. I don't think so, because I like sitting at the kitchen table. I did that before as well. I hardly ever sat on my sofa, and still don't, because the TV is not there anymore. So it's there, but yeah, it could be removed. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what are some of the things that you look for in a home?
Like.
Like if you were to pick a home, what would be some of the criteria?
Okay, well, I like new built homes because it's nice and square and clean most of the times. Not like these forgotten corners and everything. So yeah, that's what I like. My ideal apartment would have at least 2 bedrooms. High ceilings, I like very much. Yeah. I think I'm a bit spoiled now with floor heating, which is nice. Maybe a bit spoiled in general because I like this with the big windows and the big doors and the big bathroom, a separate place for the washing machine. It's small, but it has all these things, so that's what I like about it. And also place downstairs where you can put your stuff. So yeah, it's big enough for that. But yeah.
And what was the process of getting this flat allocated to you?
What was the process? I saw this a year before. That's when I moved out of the other house, so I thought maybe when they want me, that will be great. I mean, then I didn't need to find another house. But I didn't get it. So I had to find another house. And then that's this organization called Woningnet, which has all these houses and you can react to them. And suddenly I saw an apartment here for free. So I reacted, and I don't know how, but I got it. So that's how it went, and I was like 12 years already waiting, or not waiting, but how do you say that? 12 years registered, yeah. Yeah, so, and that's quite quick. And it wasn't COVID time, so I think we could not go inside, it was just photos and everything. So I think many people didn't want it because it didn't have a separate bedroom. And if you didn't see it or didn't know what it was, maybe they turned it down because of that. And I was happy. Yeah. Yeah.
Did you have options of choosing which floor plan? It was this one and you had
It was
the
only
pictures.
this one, yeah. When I would have had the chance to choose, I would have chosen a parking place because I had a car, which I don't have anymore because I don't have any space to put it. And I would have chosen a bit higher and on a corner. So yeah, for a bit more light. Yeah, but still I'm happy because now I see this garden grow and it's really Yeah, it's good. Big balcony. Yeah, it's nice.
Is there something you wish you would have known before you moved in?
Mm. Maybe a very stupid thing, but these plant things in the hall, they put in after I came to live here. Well, it's not a big deal, but it's so ugly, and it is such a shame because it was such a nice big area, and then they put these ugly stupid things in there. So yeah, no, but it's a bit joke, but yeah, something like that. No, I think it's okay. Yeah.
And how long do you think you will live in this flat?
Difficult to say. Yeah, it depends a little bit on how the relationship will go. If we think it's necessary to go to live together, and otherwise, yeah, I could live here till the end. Yeah, I think it's a very good place. Also, with these elevators, everything is like. Well, I think there's one, how do you say that? A thing to the bathroom, how do you say that? Where you cannot go with a wheelchair or something.
Okay, like a little,
Yeah.
a little bump, yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
like, yeah, I don't know what
Okay.
you call it. But yeah, it's good, it's nice, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
it's accessible.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
to adapt. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you mentioned that some of the things you like are the garden, the balcony, underfloor heating. What do you think, for example, about like ventilation, noise, like other aspects of comfort?
Yeah, well, we have a problem with the heating and the ventilation here. Maybe you heard about that, because it's not so easy to get it nice and warm here and ventilate at the same time. So when you put on the floor heating and the ventilation, it will never get warm because ventilation goes inside, it goes down, and it cools the floor again. So you keep on heating. There are many people here who pay a lot because of that, because they don't notice, they don't know. I think heat is quite expensive. Not for me, I mean, I'm not here most of the time, so, and I don't like being, I don't mind being in a cold room because I put on another jumper or socks or whatever, which makes me feel more comfortable than like ventilation. I think apart from that, I think it's okay. Yeah.
And how about noise? Upstairs, downstairs,
Yeah.
neighbors.
Well, I think in any building like this, any concrete building, when someone like there is doing something like or on the 6th floor is doing something with a hammer, you will hear it like through the whole building. So these are normal sounds, I think. I can hear the neighbor here walking on his socks, like boom boom. But yeah, that's part of the deal. The only thing is that people on the other side of the garden, when they have music or talk loud, then I close the door. Yeah, but it's not that bad anymore. When I came to live here, there was a person on the other side who had really, really loud music, but they managed to stop him, so that's good. Yeah, so I think generally it's not that bad.
And for example, do you like how your home was finished in terms of like the kitchen, the bathroom?
Yeah, just standard. It's nothing special. Like they have all these same kitchens. I put on some new things. Not that spectacular, but I got them from a neighbor who moved out. When it would have been my own house, I would have done things differently. Sure. Yeah.
What were some of the changes that you made when you moved in?
Well, normal things, and like I didn't do everything right away. So, well, I painted the floor, like this is just a concrete floor. I put in these,
The wardrobe.
the wardrobe, there we go again. What did I do? Yeah, I made my bedroom, but not like from the beginning. It's something that evolved, like, yeah, some painting. Nothing special actually, I think. Just normal things.
And are there some things that you still wish you could change?
Well, this wall. Yeah, but nothing like, I mean, yeah, no, not really.
Just
Just painting things or, yeah, no, not really.
Okay.
Mm.
And so, for example, in a studio flat, we've seen that you have even though it's one space, you've managed to separate your areas quite well. What is there something you can't do because you don't have the right amount of space?
Well, for me now here on my own, I don't think so. But when we're together, yeah, then it's not. You cannot really do things because when my partner's still asleep, I can't do, or the other way around. It's like that's not very comfortable, I think. But yeah, before when this thing wasn't here, it felt like sleeping in the kitchen, which was not really nice. So yeah, now it's okay. But that's it actually. Living here on my own does not limit me in anything, I think. No?
Yeah.
I can't think of anything.
Can you tell me a little bit about your bed, what the process was for designing it, making it?
Yeah, well, this was a wish because I didn't know how in the beginning, but I think a bed in the living room is like being old, and it didn't feel very good. It's an intimate place, which I don't want people to see when they come and visit me. So yeah, then I started thinking of something like this. So many designs have passed, and then together with a carpenter I work with normally, yeah, we thought of this, and he made it. So yeah, and I was so happy. I was so happy. Well, in the beginning my bed was like a quarter like this, and it's made for that, but it's nicer to be on both sides, to be able to be on both sides of the bed. So that's why I turned it, and it still fits. I mean, there's an opening, but that makes it more better in the space. Yeah, yeah.
It's really nice.
Yeah.
What do you feel you have privacy at home?
You mean by for neighbors or?
Both inside your home, but also with neighbors.
Yeah, in the beginning I didn't have curtains. I slept behind boxes, like these movement boxes. And then I felt like 60 pairs of eyes watching me, which wasn't the case, I think, but I felt very like naked, very, very bad actually. And still, when I'm on my balcony, I don't make phone calls, for example. No, that's what I don't do. So for privacy, that's something, yeah, well, it's like it is, but that's what I don't do when I go inside. And a lot of times I have these lighter blue curtains closed. That feels cozier. It is like a big window. Yeah, you cannot really hide anywhere.
And Do you feel safe at home, or what makes you feel safe at home?
I do feel safe at home. I know other people don't because of all these incidents, and that depends on the person, I think. Yeah, I do feel safe. Yeah, yeah,
And in your neighborhood, do you also feel safe?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's a bit boring still, but and there's still buildings, so many things around. Yeah, yeah, I feel safe. Yeah.
And are there any issues that you've had with maintenance, for example?
Like cleaning, or what do you mean?
Like maybe something wasn't working and you needed to have
Oh, here,
repairs.
inside the
yeah.
apartment. Not really, I think. Well, the um, the toilet lid, how do you call it?
Mhm.
I would never think of asking because it was loose, it was moving, and we couldn't get underneath. I mean, no way we could like make it. And they came to repair it. I mean, a toilet lid, you call it? I don't know how you call it. I would never have thought that you could call Amir for that, you know, such a stupid thing. But yeah, when you want something to be repaired, yeah, they come. It could take a long time, but if it's like an urgent thing, which I haven't had, well, then I would have called and make them happen, make them do it. No, not really, actually, not really. Yeah.
And how do you feel that your home impacts your health and your well-being?
I think it's okay. I feel comfortable, so that's something. I feel also lucky that I could get this. And then for like physical health, it's, I think, good with ventilation and everything. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah.
And so you mentioned that Aimira hasn't kind of created that community environment. Was this something that is important to you?
I feel more comfortable when I know people around a bit more. I'm in this commission, like for the people here, and that's a bit on purpose to see if I mean, I don't need to be friends with my neighbors, but I feel more comfortable when I know a bit who is who. That doesn't really work here. It doesn't really work. So I don't need to be involved very much. But yeah, I feel more comfortable. Maybe it's because I'm from this small village where I knew everybody. So then it feels maybe a bit overwhelming when there are so many people you don't know. Still. Probably. I don't know. Could be. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
For me, I think, sometimes it's difficult to walk through town and just like this. It's like, it can be like a lot. And so I feel more comfortable when I think I know a few people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you feel like your home and your like bills are affordable?
Yeah. Yeah.
What for you is affordability?
Yeah, when it's like a part of your income. Well, I have an irregular income because I work for myself. But yeah, I can pay the bills. So yeah, what is it, like maybe 1/3 or something of my income, everything? Maybe a bit more actually. Yeah.
But regardless.
But I mean, yeah, affordable. Yeah.
Okay. And has the last 4 days changed a bit of how you view your routine or your perception of home?
No, no, not at all. No, it was more like for the registration of the activities. I thought, okay, I'm not doing so much. I mean, I didn't look for things to do for the activity. No, no, it didn't change anything. No.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Well, that's all our questions. I don't know if you want to say anything else about your home.
No, I think in the end it's a nice place. It's a good place to be. There are so many people looking for houses, and I think I'm really lucky to be able to live here. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Well, thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you.